Welcome to the Impact of Reality. Where we tackle the tough topics of relationships and relational values. I'm your host, L.K. Harris. Welcome to the Impact of Reality. I'm your host, L.K. Harris, and today we have with us Mr. Phil Daniels. Philly Phil, as he's known, on Radio 1, he works the Quiet Storm. In other words, he hosts the Quiet Storm. I've gone to sleep many a night listening to the Quiet Storm, Philly Phil. When we come back, we'll be talking to Mr. Phil Daniels from Radio 1, the Quiet Storm.
So come see us at Murray Automotive, 1731 Dolphin Court, Palatine, Virginia, 2.5 miles west of 288 and Route 60.
We at Planters Harvest want you to meet the movers, the shakers, the ones that won't take no for an answer. Let us at Planters Harvest Incorporated show the world what your dreams truly looks like. Let us put your dreams on display.
I'm Iris Bowling, executive producer of the Heart TV series. To advertise with this sexy political drama, call 804-476-8554.
Check out the Heart series. I think you will enjoy it.
And we're back to the Impact of Reality with Mr. Philly Phil Daniels. So Phil, tell us a little bit about yourself. Who are you? Who is Mr. Phil Daniels? And how do you come up with Philly Phil?
Okay.
Okay.
Good question. First of all, I want to say I am grateful. Grateful for this opportunity to sit down and chit-chat with you, especially with the premise of what you're trying to do, and that is accentuate the positives about relationship. Philly Phil, as I say on my radio show, born in the city, but raised in the Commonwealth. Okay. Born in the city of Philadelphia, left Philly, North Philadelphia in 81 to pursue a career in radio, and my first opportunity came in a small town called Farmville, Virginia. And was there for a while. Of course, Farmville's a lot bigger now. It's more metropolitan,
right?
As compared to when I was there in 81. But had a great time. It was a lot of learning years, tough personally and professionally, but it toughened me. And then I was fortunate enough in 1984, to get a phone call from WPLZ in Petersburg at the time, Magic 99.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
okay.
And the program director there called me and had heard my tapes and heard my plea and heard my crying. Please get me out of here. Farmville's great, but I gotta go. And then I came to the Petersburg, Richmond area, and for the most part, I spent my time, developing my career here. Mm-hmm. On the personal side, I'm married with 3 adults now. My baby girl, she's going to be graduating from Cosby High School this year, and God willing, if He puts everything in place, she'll be attending Spelman, where she's been accepted to Spelman College. And thank you very much, I appreciate that. And my middle son, Jordan Daniel, who's a graduate of Thomas Dale, he just completed his first year at Radford University, and God willing, he'll be going back for a second semester. And my oldest son, Justin Daniel, he's been a graduate from Dale for about 3 years, and he is working in the fast food industry. Okay. And on the personal side, that's really what it's all about when it comes to me. I do a lot of what I do because of my family. Mm-hmm. On the days where I feel like I just kind of don't want to do it anymore, I think about them, and it kind of keeps me going.
Amen to that. I mean, that's the driving force. I mean, family relationships, building strong, healthy relationships, and family comes first. My wife tells me all the time, family first. Yeah. Because sometimes I don't even sleep at night. I'm worrying about what I'm going to do tomorrow, thinking about the business, thinking about what I have to do, who I'm going to have to call, things like that. And I remember, okay, I have to call my mother, I have to call my daughter, and she'll keep me home. Yeah. Family first. So yes, that family is very important, very important. And I couldn't see myself going any further without thinking about that premise, family first, because it's very important as we go on, especially again in relationships. And that's when you put the value on it. You know, the mental, the physical, the spiritual, the emotional, the financial, all the value that you have in you has to go into that relationship. Everything else is second.
Amen to all that. I agree. I can't add a word to that, but I just learned a lot. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you know, but one thing I tell people all the time, you know, if you don't love yourself, then how can you love anyone else? So you have to learn how you, and where do you get that from? You get that from, well, as far as from me, I got it from Mom. Learn how to love yourself. You have to love you. Can't nobody else give you that.
True.
So if you don't know how to love yourself, how you know how to love anybody else? So family is very important to our upbringing. And you know, from where I can see, you know, came up okay.
Yeah.
Knowing how to get out there and struggle and fight for what you wanted. And so you made radio a career, and that's what you did.
Yeah. Well, you know, God gave me that gift, a gift of a voice, the gift to talk. He has continued to refine it so that I'll have something of value to say.
Yeah.
Because we all have the ability to talk. It's what you're talking about and does it have value to others. And that's what I'm always working on, whether it's on my radio show or anything that I'm doing on the other side of my professional life. As I meet people, I try to find something of value to offer in what I say. And hopefully if they are positioned to receive it at this time, it will encourage or inspire them, or at least make them think.
Amen. Amen to that. Definitely. Definitely. So you've been in radio since '81.
Correct.
Wow. That's
yeah, it's a long time. Okay, it's all right. All right, it's a long time. Okay.
I'm just,
he's calculating the years. That means I'm a senior member of the media.
I wasn't going there.
But it's okay. I'm thankful to have been around this long.
There you go. But see, a lot of people can't say that.
That's right.
Because they go in it for the wrong reasons. And they tend to fall short of what radio or what media is all about.
Sure.
It's information. People want information. People want to feel good. People want to be able to turn the radio, the TV, the you know, whatever on and listen to someone that's going to make them forget about their troubles.
Yeah. When I start my show, LK, I'll always say that I already have my mission in front of me, and it's already on the board. So I never lose sight of why I'm here, and that is to encourage, inform, and entertain. EIE. Amen. And as long as I know that as I put my show together for that evening of the Quiet Storm, do I have an element of encouragement? Do I have information that people can use? And somewhere in there, can I make them laugh with some entertainment?
There you go. There you go. So, yeah, because you have to give them something. You know, it can't be so intense to whereby they cut off the radio or the TV and it's gloom and doom.
Sure.
You know, you don't want to go to bed with that on your mind. I do that myself sometimes. You know, I try to keep that from my wife.
Okay.
Because if it's up to her, she won't let me go to bed like that.
All right.
So I try to keep that to myself.
Yeah, I heard it said you should never go to bed angry or confused.
Amen.
Because in the midst of your confusion, when you go to bed, it's hard to get any sleep.
Right.
So
with that being said, we're going to take a break, and we'll be right back with Mr. Phil Daniels.
Lord, give me the strength to make it through this storm.
I think we should toast to Ladies' Night.
Yes.
To Ladies' Night.
What's up? I'm here now! I will not sit back and watch anyone else that I love be abused ever again.
Y'all ready to make this move? I am. You know, I looked at myself in the mirror this morning, and the person staring back, was a complete stranger, but she was damn good.
It's been a long time since you cooked the brother breakfast, you know, so I got a little excited.
You're right. He changed the locks. I'll be right here.
Say one more thing and I swear my fist is gonna put the words right back in your mouth. If I ever found a woman who loves you, as much as Sid loves you, I was used to loving. I like to be complete, brother. You've never seen me, brother. I'm not gonna let her go that easy. Like I said, don't lie. She ain't going nowhere.
He's not gonna stop. He's not gonna stop unless you're dead.
I don't want a man like you. You are nothing. So stop tripping and get out of that little bitch. Stop! Ow, that hurts. Get off me!
Like she didn't even know me. Yeah, I think something seriously going on.
So come see us at Murray Automotive, 1731 Dolphin Court, Palatine, Virginia, 2.5 miles west of 288 and Route 60.
And we're back with Philly Phil from Radio 1. So, Phil, you're a busy man. You work all the time. So tell us, what is it you enjoy doing outside of work? What do you do?
Yeah. The first thing I really enjoy is when I'm able to volunteer at my church. I'm a member of Faith and Family Church on 7900 Walmsley Boulevard. Figure I threw that a plug in. Where you can come on down and meet me anytime. Love for you to be our guest. But I enjoy that. I serve. My wife and I serve on the marriage ministry there.
Okay.
So we're connecting with other couples in line with what you do with your show, and that is relationships. Mm-hmm. Being an example to them, because my wife and I, by the way, her name is Monique.
Okay.
Monique Daniels. She and I have been married now for 22 years.
Wow.
Been together for over 25 years.
Okay. Okay.
So, we feel like we've been through some ups and downs enough that we can share that with, couples who kind of want a first-class marriage, as our First Lady says in the church. But I enjoy doing that, playing a little golf. I mean, very little golf. I've been playing. I've been swinging the club for a year. Now, I don't know if you technically call that playing it, but all I know is that I tend to chase that ball all up in the woods. Matter of fact, they call me Tiger Woods because that's where my balls end up, right in the woods.
I don't even know how to hold a club. So
okay. Oh, well, I can
hold a club.
Come play with me. I'll beat you anytime. But no, I enjoyed that. Watching sports, those kinds of things, and really. I enjoy entertaining. Mm-hmm. I really enjoy entertaining. I really enjoy having other couples around us. It just gives me a sense of joy when we're able to, whether it's cook on the grill or have a little dinner party, and be able to fellowship and talk with people about the ups and downs, the highs of life. Because when my wife and I, when we put that together, we'll have like a list of questions where we'll talk to couples. So it's not an awkward moment where we're just sitting there like, okay, so what are you up to twiddling our thumbs? No, once we sit down, we want to know, tell us how you met. I'll bet you don't even remember where you took out on our first date. And before you know it, the energy in the room becomes so loving, so positive. And we've seen couples actually walk away from our, gatherings and say, you know what, we really had a great time, man. Matter of fact, we learned things about ourselves that we hadn't even known in quite some time. So those are the kinds of things that I enjoy. I really do.
Oh, that's awesome. It's amazing because my wife and I was the head of the couples ministry at our church.
Awesome, awesome. Small world.
Yeah, small world, I tell you. And we have a lot of conversations about just about couples and relationships and how to make them better. Yeah. And the main thing is, I tell people this, and it's kind of funny because people would always say, she's my better half, or he's my better half. Well, I always say she's my bigger half. She's bigger than I could ever be.
Wow.
So when I see her, I see something large, something huge, something that's undescribable, other than I love it. So it's just one of those things to whereby, you know, it's like your wife and you. It's just love just talking to people, fellowshipping with people. I don't even go out anymore unless we're going out with couples or having people over here, or a lot of times we spend time at our mother-in-law's house, or my mother-in-law's house. And we just, you know, enjoy fellowshipping with people and things like that. And I don't even get into the cooking because I'm leave that alone.
Okay.
But
for another
I'm
show.
telling you, if I ever had a cooking show, she would be, okay, I'm leaving alone.
All right, no problem. No problem.
But but fellowshipping and spending time with couples is a beautiful thing, and talking about relationships. And as I say, I stress in the books I've written about the value of relationships. So a lot of people don't know how to value. And I'm not talking about financial value.
Right.
It's a value that you just feel. You know, if that person hurts truly, you feel it. And just as I was talking to another guest on the show, I was saying that if you could leave, or your significant other does something to you, and you can leave, you can walk away and say, I'm tired of this, then you didn't truly love that person to begin with. Because you can't just walk away from love, not true love. You can walk away from what you think love is.
Okay.
But when you truly love someone, now not to say you don't get tired of something, someone abusing you or whatever the case may be, I'm not saying that. But when you truly love someone, it's going to hurt, even if you walk away.
Sure.
Even from an abuser, if you truly love that person, it's going to hurt. But you're doing the right thing. Don't get me wrong, you're doing the right thing.
Okay.
But it's going to hurt. So we just love to talk to each other. We could be in a room of 1 million people, and her and I just sit and laugh and joke and talk about it. Just talk. And not even pay attention to anybody else.
That's a gift. That's a gift.
But see, that's true, what I would say true relationship, because you have to be able to enjoy that other person just as much as you enjoy yourself. And I would tell people what I mentioned in my book, you know, the same way us as Christians would love to chase God, know He's real, know we're after Him. Hey, what's going on? I need you. Chase your mate that way. Chase your mate the same.
Amen. Will
way.
do.
As
soon as I get home.
Yes, there you go. Don't chase her at the house.
Come here. Come here. Brother Harris said chase you.
Oh, no, so you're going to get me in trouble.
No,
I didn't
she may be calling to thank you. She may be calling to thank you.
Yeah, but yeah, it's just use that same intensity. Because what I feel people don't do, they stop dating each other. And when you stop dating, it kind of, you get complacent. Some people say, well, have a date night. Well, that's good too. Have a date night.
Sure.
But date continually. Always put that person to the forefront of your thoughts. Because some people, they work hard, they spend time at work. And I think, and again, in my opinion, when you come home from work, leave work where it belongs. Don't come home and then say, hey, me and the fella's going back out. So, you know, you're taking time away from home. But anyway, we have to take a break.
Sure.
And we'll be right back to continue this conversation with Mr. Phil Daniel, Radio 1. See you in a minute. We at Planters Harvest want you to meet the movers, the shakers, the ones that won't take no for an answer. Let us at Planters Harvest Incorporated show the world what your dreams truly looks like. Let us put your dreams on display.
I'm Iris Bowling, executive producer of the Heart TV series. To advertise with this sexy political drama, call 804-476-8554.
Check out the Heart series. I think you will enjoy it.
come see us at Murray Automotive, 1731 Dolphin Court, Powhatan, Virginia, 2.5 miles west of 288 and Route 60.
And we're back. So, Phil, question one. What advice would you give someone that wanted to get into radio? And what would you tell them about how to keep radio life and personal life separate? Because I feel like in radio, you guys have a lot of followers. Once they get to see your face, I wouldn't be surprised if you have stalkers.
No, it's a wrap. They're done, man. Oh, he looks so much better on radio. No, but I understand what you're saying.
What would you give that? What kind of advice would you give someone that wanted?
Well, radio has changed tremendously since I first was introduced to it back in '81. I mean, back in the years gone past, you'd have to go to broadcasting school and you'd have to pay your dues at some small market station, and then maybe you're discovered and somebody will bring you up and develop you into better talent. Of course, the evolution of radio now is such that it's nationally syndicated with Tom Joyner and D.L. Hughley and Steve Harvey and what have you. So there aren't that many spaces left for someone who's thinking about getting into the radio business. But on the other side of that, I would say that there is a whole new world emerging in that you could actually set up podcasts and broadcasts from your own home, and you can actually do your own type of content, so that if you can, between utilizing social media, if you have friends and followers, and encourage them and invite them to come to listen to something of value that you may be doing either on the internet or if you're writing, then actually you're in broadcasting, you're just in a whole nother way, and you don't have to go through so many hoops. You just put it out there, and if you can find yourself a following, before you know it, you could be the next rising star in broadcasting. So I would say to anyone that might be interested in the broadcasting field, meaning being able to communicate with people, try to explore this social media, explore the internet, and see if you can develop some unique content. Because one thing we do have amongst us all is that we're unique. We are unique, no matter what. Everyone has a story to tell. You figure out how to tell your story, somebody will connect with it.
And the second part of that question was, how do you separate your personal life from your radio life? Because I know people are all over you. So how do you separate?
That's a good question. Because I love my family so much, and I love when I can get home and just relax. And keep in mind that during the quiet storm, I don't get off till midnight. So I just want to get home. It takes me about 30 minutes to get home and just relax and get ready for the next day. But when I have to do the show, I prepare hard. I have a script. One of the things that I try to tell young people, whether I'm mentoring them in radio or just in life, is to say, you know what, you need to be prepared. You can't just walk into success. Denzel Washington wins an Academy Award for Training Day. He doesn't show up on the set thinking, okay, I think I know this script in my head. And no, he's got the script. He's been able to study it. He studies it hard for months before he gets there. So by the time he gets to the set, he is Alonzo Harris.
Exactly.
And he's able to pull it off flawlessly. And when I'm doing my show, I put together a script that day to, again, with the basis of encouraging, informing, and entertaining. And when I know I've got those elements in there, then I'm ready to go. And then when I sign on, I go hard. But when I sign off, I'm done with this.
There you go.
I go home, I get ready for the next day. I've got a second job that I need to do in addition to being a good husband and making sure that I take care of the house and helping my young adults out.
Right.
So it's easy for me to separate the professional from the personal, because I've got so many things going on in my personal life. I don't have a lot of time to be thinking about the professional that much. But when it's showtime, I get in there real hard. I go hard.
Wow. See, that's what it's all about. Being focused. Just having that focus, that frame of mind, and say, okay, I'm at work. I'm going to do what I need to do while I'm here. But the best part about that is focusing before you get there. You plan it. You have your script. You know what you're going to say when you get there. You have your music already set. Everything's in your mind, and you know as soon as you cut that mic on, it's Philly Phil Daniel from Radio 1. How's everybody doing out there?
Boom.
And that's it. And you're into it. Like I said, the Quiet Storm put me. Okay, I won't go out there, but it's put me to bed a lot of nights.
Well, I do appreciate it.
Yeah, I tell you,
I do appreciate
the music. I love old school music.
Mm-hmm.
See, but then I'm an old school person. That's why I love old school music. I get into it, and I get it singing in my head. And see, a lot of times keep me up at night too because I'm singing it. So
yeah, I understand.
So, but that's the whole thing about focusing on what you do, on your profession. See, you can't just go in there and say, I'm going to be a doctor and not prepare for it.
That's correct.
You know, you go in there, you're going to cut somebody's organs and that'd be the last operation you ever, you know what I'm saying?
I understand.
You got a fork and a spoon over here.
No, I do understand.
This ain't dinner time.
That's right. No, absolutely.
No, everything's about, preparation. And that's the whole thing behind relationships. Preparing. You have to prepare yourself, mind, body, and soul, for a relationship. Because when you step to someone or someone step to you, you have to be prepared. Because number one, you don't know who this person is. So you have to prepare yourself to meet people and be in relationships with them. And with that being said, we're going to have to take a break, and we'll be right back.
This show is sponsored in part by Maury Automotive.
So come see us at Murray Automotive, 1731 Dolphin Court, Powhatan, Virginia, 2.5 miles west of 288 and Route 60.
I'm Iris Bowling, executive producer of the Heart TV series. To advertise with the sexy political drama, call 804-476-8554.
Check out the Heart series. I think you will enjoy.
And we're back. First, I'd like to thank Philly Phil Daniel for being our guest on the show today. It's great talking to you. Look forward to you coming back. So definitely going to have you back on the show sometime soon, I hope.
Look forward to it.
Okay. In conclusion, we're all in relationships from conception to completion. From the day you say hello to the day you say goodbye. All it is your perception of relationships. So, with that being said, my name is L.K. Harris, and thank you for joining me on The Impact of Reality. Talk to you soon.